Okay, so today I wanted to do something that I guess is brand new for my channel technically because I haven't really done it at least this way before. I'm going to go ahead and rank the 6 wildcard games and let's just get right into it because I don't have a lot to say for this game because I'm not excited at all, really. I've said this for the past 2 days. I saw this matchup and I'm just like, the Eagles are, in my opinion, the worst of the 14 between the AFC and NFC. I think Eagles are probably the worst, and they're the bottom of the barrel team. I think if you compare, the Eagles to the Steelers, I think the Steelers could win based off of the defense. I think the Steelers have a pretty good defense. I don't think the Eagles defense could really carry them far because that offense is, they rely on the run game, and the Bucs are known to stop the run, so I'm not excited at all. Like, this is basically a free win for Tom Brady. Like, this, of course, he gets the easy path, but in all seriousness, it's David Goliath. It's just, one's really good and the other's just squeaking by. Just got beat by Dallas. Yes, they had people resting and whatnot. But I don't think this is going to be a good game. Maybe it's close. I don't know. But I just think that this is going to be a one-sided game. And it's just, Eagles don't have much of a shot. So that's my number 6. Number 5. Again, there's only 6, so it's, it's honestly, like, this one is like way down here, and then I put, the next maybe couple, together, and then obviously we'll get to the top ones a little higher up. But number 5 here is the Chiefs and Steelers. Another team that just got lucky getting into the playoffs. I think more so than the Eagles. Got a little more lucky than the Eagles, because if they had lost to the Lions, and with that tie, the only tie of the season was with the Lions that the Steelers had, and the only tie in the NFL. But they'd be out of the playoffs if they lost to the Lions. They're lucky. They're just scooting in. They're lucky because there could have easily been a tie against the Raiders and Chargers, excuse me. And we could be talking about. I think it would be the Chargers that would face the Steelers, which I don't know if I'd be much more excited. I don't know if I'd have Chargers Steelers super high on my list, just because Chargers just, I don't know who they are. They're just confusing to me. But I'm a little excited for this. I'm happy the Steelers, they got that luck in there. At least Big Ben gets one more shot at the playoffs. But this is probably just going to be one-sided again, sadly. That defense, the Steelers defense, could very well keep it close. Yes, they got blown out. What was it, 36-10 or something like that? Just 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks ago? I forget. It was only a couple weeks ago. I think it was the week before Christmas. So what was that? Like week 16 or 15 or whatever. But yeah, I'm not overly excited, but this could be a good matchup. This is why I have it above the Eagles, is because I don't see much of a way the Eagles can make this a good matchup. But I think there's potential where the Steelers defense, if they can figure out how to stop that offense, I think that the Steelers offense, despite how bad they were, has potentially a shot to, cause an upset versus the Eagles. I don't see it. So that's why I have them above the Eagles-Bucs game. Number 4. I wanted to put this at 5. I really did, but I just thought, the Steelers are in this for luck. The Cardinals are, I don't want to say, tanking, but they're not playing good anymore. They had started 7-0, and they're just terrible. All of a sudden, they're going downhill. They just lost to the Seattle Seahawks last week. Yes, it's a divisional game, but, the Seattle's not good. Seattle's not that good. So I don't know what is going on with the Cardinals. But, they're up here at 4 because they could upset. Because, again, it's a divisional game. they play better on the road than they do at home, which is one of the weirdest things ever. But I I don't know what to say. But I mean, Cardinals could very easily they could win this game, which is why I have them at 4, is because they're really contending. They're the number 5 seed. Yeah. I had to think for a second. I'm like, wait, did I get that right? Yeah, I got that right. This is 4 and 5. But I don't know what to think of the Cardinals, is because they've just gone downhill. They look so good. Everyone had them Super Bowl contenders the first half of the season. Then they get beat by the Packers, who had virtually no one. And then slowly going down. They get beat by the Lions, and they hit rock bottom. And then they kind of bounce up a little bit, beat the Cowboys. And then they plummet back down to rock bottom by losing to the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know who this team is. I don't know. They can look good, but they can suck. So I don't know. Cardinals may be one and done, depending on how the other team here with the Rams, depending on how Matthew Stafford plays, that offense plays, defense plays. Matthew Stafford, I mean, they were up 17-0, late in the second quarter. Obviously, there was a field goal, and it was 17-3 at half, but it was a 17-0 game. And, Niners got points on at the very last seconds of the first half. And it looked like the Rams were just going to run away. Put up 40-some points on the Niners. That's what it looked like. And then the second half, they come out and they just quit. And then they're like, oh, yeah, we have a game we have to win. So they're fighting back in this game, have to take the OT, and then you lose an OT. They just, stop playing. And Matthew Stafford, again, game-sealing interception. I think, did he have, was it 2 or 3 interceptions, I think he at least had 2. There could have been 3 yesterday. I don't remember. He's thrown so many that I'm just don't even know at this point. But, the Rams could look like world beaters, and then they just plummet, and you don't know who they look like anymore. So, I think that this could be an interesting game if both teams show up. Or this could be a terrible game where neither team shows up, and it's just, okay, well, we're the less of the loser here, so we're just going to barely win, barely squeak by the divisional round, and see what happens. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of this game. That's why I have it at 4. But I think it could be a better matchup than, this game or that game, which is why I have it at 4, which is why they're so high. But I don't know what to think of either team, and I'm confused. Then number 3, the only reason this game is at 3 is because if the Raiders look like what they did in, I guess, the first 3 quarters, I guess we'll say. I guess I was going to say first half, but it was like a 15-point game late in the third quarter. So if they come out and they're, swinging, they're throwing punches at the Bengals are throwing back, and they're just, they're at each other, I think this could be potentially a high-scoring game. I think you could see, Derek Carr, Joe Burrow both throw 300 passing yards each or something like that. Obviously there is the run game, so we could have a, nice running game. I think both defenses are good. I think I probably would give the Bengals defense just a slight edge. I think I would. I think I would say the Bengals defense is a little better than the Raiders defense here. So I think they're probably a little hard. Well, are they harder to run on? I don't know. I would have to look at the stats. I don't know if they would be harder to run on. But, good overall offenses, good overall defenses. I think this will be fun. But it's only if the Raiders show up. We know who the Bengals are. We know the Bengals can show up. Yes, they have weeks. I think it was 41-21 to that loss to the Browns, I think. So that, they can, plummet a bit. But most of the season, they've been mostly consistent. They've looked pretty good most of the year. So we have a good idea who the Bengals are. The Raiders, again, I don't know. They're good, they're bad, they're good. I don't know with the Raiders. So if they can show up and they play good like they did for most of that game, against the Chargers on Sunday night, then this could be a very good game. But if they, let up 15 points, late in the game again, and then this game goes to overtime, again, obviously there can't be a tie in the playoffs. But, if they're looking bad, then, Bengals should raffle stomp them. But I'm praying we get the good Raiders. I'm praying this is a good game. I on paper, it should be. You look at it, it should be a very good game on paper, but it's just, will both teams execute? And again, I have faith the Bengals will. I can't fully put faith into the Raiders because, again, I don't know. But they're in the playoffs. They deserve to be in the playoffs. So here they are. Number 2, we have the AFC East third rematch of the year. Obviously, every division faces 2 times a year. Obviously, I do have the Rams-Cardinals on here, but this rematch for the third time should be very fun. This is in Buffalo again. Last time they were in Buffalo, it was a blizzard, terrible windy conditions. Mac Jones threw 3 times, and the Patriots won the game just solely off of their run game. So, I don't expect that. I think it's supposed to be just kind of cool. I think it's supposed to be kind of sunny. I don't think there's really like a blizzard in the forecast. Sunday, or yeah, they play Sunday. Yeah, because what is it? It's Rams. It's Rams Cardinals on Monday, I believe. So I believe they play Sunday. I don't think they play Saturday. So I don't think there's really any crazy storm coming this week. So probably don't have to worry about that. There's potential wind. Obviously, there's always going to be potential wind for a game. But even without taking the weather into effect, I mean, it's an AFC East rivalry. Bills, they're tired of being stuck in the Patriots shadow for so many years. And Patriots are trying to climb that ladder back to the top with Mac Jones as QB this time. So, I think this will be fun. I think it'll be a lot of entertainment, I should say, not entertaining. So, I think this will just be a good old-fashioned, AFC brawl, AFC East brawl, I should say. And I'm just, I'm expecting hard hitters, potentially like 28-27 game, not super high scoring because I think there will be some defense. But, if the Patriots can get the run game going and the Bills can't stop it, then we could potentially see a repeat of the first time they played. I know the Bills did go on the road and they did beat them in Foxborough, but Patriots beat you at home too. So it's series is tied 1-1. This is the tiebreaker here, so I think this will be a real fun game. So yeah, and then moving on to number 1, Niners, Cowboys. The funny thing is this is going to be on Nickelodeon. So there's potential we could get another F-bomb drop like we did last year. God, I'm going to talk over the phone because I'm almost done here. I think it was Cordell Patterson who had it last year. And it's going to be interesting to be on Nick. But I think, besides that, this feels like a 90s style football game to me. Niners, Cowboys, both teams are good. I said in my video yesterday, I think the Niners are the hottest team in the NFL right now. Not just the NFC, not just, the NFC West, the NFL. I think the Niners are the hottest team coming into the playoffs. I think they are a threat. And they're going to go down to Jerry World, and I think they're going to put up a big fight against the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys, I'm not 100% sold on them because they're good, they're bad. They did fight against Arizona. They did lose to Arizona, but, they were trying to come back. They were trying to, mount that comeback that almost happened. So, this is the playoffs. This is the real deal. This is a team right here that's the real deal. So if you can beat the Niners, you can contend with anyone. But if you can't, you're going to get all the memes thrown at you. But, I'm just excited for this game. I think this is easily blows out every single other game. And this is just going to be, the best game. This is, I want to say it's like 6:40 on Sunday. This is like the game of the week slot, the primetime game of the week slot, I believe is what this is. So, you know, it'll be interesting. It'll be real fun. I can't wait for this game. I might tune in on Nick every once in a while just to see what happens. You know, watch watch the cannons go off, the slime cannons, and just, you know, have fun with that. Because I had fun with that. I had fun with it last year. So, you know, probably do it again, have fun with that this year. So, but those are my picks. Again, we'll go back here over them. So, Niners, Cowboys at top, Patriots, Patriots, Bills, 2, Bengals, Raiders, 3, Rams, Cardinals, 4, Chiefs, Steelers, 5, and then Bucks, Eagles, 6 here for wild card weekend. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.